bring in Texas Republican Congressman Pat Fallon, who's on the House Armed Services Committee. Congressman, thank you so much for coming on here. I just want to refresh everybody's memory and go back 10 months if I can and play. And this is what the administration said at the time. Watch.
It's outrageous. I promise you those people will pay.
This has been an incredibly heart-wrenching issue.
I was outraged by it. It was horrible and deeply troubling.
And in a private letter, 4 Border Patrol chiefs, former David Aguilar, Michael Fisher, Rodney Scott, Ron Vitello, wrote the following, quoting here, "We collectively believe and point out that the statements made by the president and vice president predictively prejudged the desired outcome of the investigation and may therefore influence the case. Stating outright that there will be consequences presumes the results of an investigation. Bottom line is, Congressman, these men were not given due process at all."
Trace, I think these liberal city slickers don't know the difference between a whip and reins. Clearly, they don't know how to control a horse or control their mouths, because they were just throwing out and, word vomiting things that were patently untrue. And what Joe Biden did, I mean, these men, he's the chief executive. These men work for him. Instead of showing strong leadership, he has shown abject cowardice. And now he's doubling down on it. And it disgusts me.
Yeah, and it's amazing because the administration now saying the agents, okay, they didn't whip anybody, okay, they didn't really break violate any rules, but they used poor judgment and there was some unsafe conduct. And the Arizona Congressman Andy Biggs nailed it. He said the following, quoting here, "Securing the border can now lead to a poor judgment charge. This is outrageous. The Biden administration is deliberately sabotaging our borders." Your thoughts?
Well, yeah, you know who's showing poor judgment? Joe Biden. Because, Trace, let's look at the tail of the tape here. There have been 2.6 million illegal border crossings under Joe Biden's watch and 700,000 known gotaways. So that's 3.3 million that we know of. It's beyond words. And we've had 107,000 American deaths to opioid overdoses. Just last year, 80,000 of them fentanyl overdoses. The worst month we've ever had for vis-a-vis border crossings was in May, 239,000, which is 930% worse than the last May that President Trump was in office. So it's literally 10 times worse than it was when we had a real leader in the White House.
Yeah, I mean, over the past 6 years, Congressman, we have heard the term flipped around so many times, witch hunt this, witch hunt. You look at this case against these agents, I mean, this is the very definition of a political witch hunt. And they literally condemned these people before they ever had a chance to defend themselves and give their side of the story.
Trace, these agents did nothing wrong. In fact, these agents are heroic. If they just let them do their jobs and enforce the laws that are on the books, we wouldn't have this border. It's not even a crisis anymore. It's a border catastrophe. And the American people deserve to know the truth. I mean, 1 million pounds of drugs have been seized on the border under Joe Biden's watch. That's 7,000 pounds of fentanyl, which is enough to kill every American man, woman, and child 10 times over. That's what's going on. And Joe Biden has let the drug cartels control the southern border and not our federal government.
And when you hear Secretary Mayorkas say again and again that the border is closed and they are warning people to stay away, what do you think?
Well, he said under oath, and so does Dr. Gupta, Biden's national drug policy czar. They both said that the border, they have operational control of the border and the border is secure. And then Mayorkas was caught on a hot mic saying that, it's chaos. So which is it, Mr. Secretary? I'm thinking about the need for impeachment. We need to impeach the Homeland Security Director because he has shown a gross dereliction of duty and he's not doing the job that he was hired to do.
Congressman Pat Fallon, great to have you on, sir. Thank you for coming.
Thanks, Trace. God bless.
Well,